Ladies and gentlemen, the dip is not dipping. It is not dipping, my friends. Today, we go over the latest and greatest updates in the crypto space. It's been a good run. Let's just say that. Listen, I went on vacation. At this point, wow, time is flying. On January, okay, for like half of January, because I was burnt out, because let's be honest, we were all kind of tired in the crypto market. I go on vacation, I come back more locked in than ever, and we've just been like, it's like, you know how Trump goes, you're going to get tired of winning? It feels like we're just winning. So we started this portfolio out with 10K, I think like 3 weeks ago at this point. We've been recording it on video because I enjoy doing that. Yes, I enjoy actually like showing people what I'm doing. And it's up to 13,000, so it's up 34% or something like that. I don't know about you, but I think the price of XRP is actually down relative to where we started. I think it was like $1.50 or $1.60 or something like that. So pretty good. A lot of people were calling me out. Okay, they were calling me out because I have a certain mentality when I trade. Now, I've been full-time for 5 years now, and I understand that a lot of people have this mentality where when the market trend flips, you have to flip your mentality. Like if it's a bearish downtrend, then you have to immediately become this guy that just shorts and is a quant. Now, the problem with being a person that switches on a whim is that if you have 5 years of expertise doing one thing, if you try to do something different, you're probably going to do it wrong. So if I all of a sudden try to start shorting the market and start telling guys, it's going to crash, everything's going to get worse, I'm probably going to be wrong more than I'm right because I don't have experience in a down market. And so what does Jesus do? Well, I specialize in when the market go up. And so I play for, what do you think, bounces. And that's worked very well for me. And so I find over a long enough time frame, there are a lot of people, a lot of people that will listen to, I don't want to call them out for what they are, but listen to these people that are just saying things based on how the wind is turning. You know, if the wind's turning downward, they're just going to say it goes worse. And if the wind is turning to the upside, they're just going to say that things are going up. You know, they're just going based on whatever the market is doing, instead of having their own opinion on what's actually happening. And so I've taken it upon myself, I'll get into this later. I've taken it upon myself to make it my mission to let people know that they are being taken advantage of. That's what I've been making my purpose over the past couple of weeks. Ever since I came back, I've been sick of it. Institutions are buying all of our cryptocurrency, and what people are just, they're all for it. It feels like everybody's defending the institutions at this point. I've called out Kashi for doing a grift market practically. And while a lot of people in retail were on our side, one of their employees comes in and all of a sudden everybody's against them. And then oil prices. I think it was an XRP YouTuber. He was like Jay Claver or something like that. The dominoes are falling. Oil is going to make everything collapse. No. You know what it is? The dip was a scam. That's what it was. You were meant to sell this dip so that institutions could buy. That's exactly what you were supposed to do here. You were supposed to sell. And I'm sure a good amount of you probably did. You think you're able to time the dip. I'm going to time this dip. Because I've seen all these YouTubers say that in early March, we do pretty well with Bitcoin. And then all of a sudden, on April, everything's going to crash again. How do I know? My magical crystal ball is telling me that the markets are going to go down. And if we follow the Bitcoin super cycles, then we'll understand that this is totally normal and par for the course. And then my response to that is like, what? What about this cycle has been normal? Honestly, what about it has been normal? If you're following the bear market from 2022, I think we're going to be humbled. Listen, I was a guy that was yapping religiously about the fact that the 4-year super cycle is happening. And I'm also going to be the first one to say I was wrong. And I think most of us were wrong. The 4-year super cycle never came. It was a grift. It isn't going to happen. And so if the 4-year super cycle is wrong and everybody's kind of come to terms with that, why are we basing ourselves based on what should happen if the 4-year super cycle ends and a bear market happens? Like, why are we following what happened in 2022? It makes no sense. People are just trying to, I don't know, follow some kind of narrative. I don't know what kind of narrative, because quite frankly, as I see it, the price of XRP is bouncing, and this is probably the worst case scenario. I mean, we have an actual conflict, and they do not care. They don't care. The market is exhausted, and we're going to go back up. And I've been warning people, listen, my timing isn't perfect, and I never pretend my timing to be perfect because I'm not the best trader in the world. If I was the best trader in the world, I wouldn't be making YouTube videos because I would have billions of dollars, obviously, right? But I've been right more than I've been wrong over a long enough time frame. And that's because I understand that when I am wrong, I learn from that and I change my thesis. And I don't think anything about this cycle has been normal, quite frankly. I was supposed to sell. You were supposed to sell. And a lot of people did. A lot of people sold. A lot of people sold. And everyone that tells me, oh, but they haven't sold, you know, I'm still holding and I'm buying into this dip. Of course you are. You're watching videos about XRP when this thing's at $1.40. Of course you are buying this dip because you're smart enough to understand I took a risk when I got into the crypto market. Institutions are buying boatloads. I made a video, it was 50 minutes ago, and it's a 17-minute data-backed video on Wall Street buying your XRP. I'm sick of this whole making videos of like, you know, when you see a YouTuber and they're like, guys, you know, the price is getting better, you just have to hold it. And then they go over like this emotional thing for 30 minutes. Like, you just have to hold your emotions and you're going to be fine and this and that. But there's no data. There's no like, why should I believe you? You're just a guy on the internet. And I've been sick of that. So I have taken it upon myself to do the exact opposite. I am showing people exactly what I am looking at, the data. Sick of everyone hearing, yeah, exactly. Everyone's waiting for Bitcoin. You're right. I have been in chats with people. These are legacy traders that have been holding crypto for a long time. I mean, I'm talking about some of them have been holding Bitcoin for over 10 years, a decade. And they're doing exactly what you're talking about. Exactly what you're talking about. They're like, we're going to get this dip. And Jesus, you're just a kid. You know, you're 25 years old. You don't understand. You haven't been here since 2008. I've heard it all. I've really heard it all. In my opinion, though, the people that made money last cycle, let me call them out. The people that made money this cycle were either A, Bitcoin buyers, 2, XRP buyers, right? XRP did really well. Or they were the Zoomers that bought the meme coins and all that trash. And gaming even had a really big run at one point, which I covered. We're the only ones that made money. The boomers that are holding things like, for example, why are we talking about Digibyte in the big 26? Like, what is Digibyte even alive? Is this currency alive? Has it had a stroke? I think it has. Do not, I mean, I'm not, come on. Come on. What do I think about Digibyte? I think it had a stroke, and unfortunately it was lethal, and it happened many years ago. That's what I think happened to Digibyte. I don't know why people are holding these old cryptocurrencies expecting them to just magically come back up. You should hold things that are already showing themselves to be winners. You hold the winners. You hold the winners. I talk to, family members, friends. They ask me what to do in crypto. I say, buy the winners. Don't buy the losers. Crypto is too small of an industry to be risking your hard-earned cash, which, quite frankly, you guys have worked very hard for, on things that are tiny and hyper-speculative. Because as I see it, even the top 10 cryptocurrencies are, I would argue, hyper-speculative. So imagine if you're buying things all the way down in the rank 1,000, rank 500. I mean, these are coins that didn't exist 20 minutes ago, and then they just come back randomly because a market maker decides to pump millions of dollars into it because they need to pump and dump. Like, they're all garbage currencies. And I've been here long enough to understand that. Like, if you're getting into these tiny coins, you're just pretty much gambling. XRP, even at where it is right now, this is what? Crypto that's at 85 billion. That's nothing. That is nothing. Absolutely nothing. This is a tiny cryptocurrency. Tiny, 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 tiny. Ripple, the company, is worth $40 billion. The crypto is worth 85 billion. It's worth nothing. XRP is worth nothing right now. And Bitcoin, even Bitcoin, if Bitcoin 10x today, if it 10x today, it would, well, it'd be at 680,000, but it would be very tiny. It'd be like $13 trillion. It wouldn't even be close to gold. I don't know if people know this, but the market cap of gold, I think, is like 30 trillion. No, sorry. I'm wrong. The gold market cap right now is $37 trillion. $37 trillion. Okay, so that means, in essence, if we had a $1.2 million Bitcoin, like $1.2 million per one Bitcoin, it would still be smaller than gold right now, like today, right now. So just to put it into perspective how tiny the crypto market is, there's no reason to be getting into these tiny altcoins. It's just the cryptocurrency industry is too small. It's way too small. And that's why also the upside is so tremendous and why the banks want to get their little hands on as many coins as possible. And they've been doing that. Top tier videos. Well, I hope that you've seen the quality increase lately. I've been working extra hard because from my perspective, the videos that we were pushing out in, like 2022, let's be honest, they were more like hopium. I feel like they lacked a lot of substance. Obviously, technology at the time didn't allow for us content creators to make high quality content like we do today. Obviously, technology's gotten better and the content's just gotten better. It's just, it's night and day, in my opinion, the videos that we were making in 22 to today in 2026. But also, like, that's a great thing. That's a great thing because that means we are advancing as a species. We're advancing. I feel like I've seen your PFP, though. I don't know. I don't remember. Dude, it's been so long. I don't remember. What about the narrative that HBAR can't hit a high price action because that would mean a huge market cap? What do you mean by that? Like, what is a high price target? Like, is it like a $1 HBAR? Is it a $1,000 per coin HBAR? Like, what is the narrative? Is it like what price is high price action? Is like a 10x high price action? Because that really depends on the answer that I'm going to give you. Because if we look at HBAR's market cap, $20, well, yeah, $20 is a lot. That would be how many X's? Well, like 200X? That's a lot. I mean, I can't do math right now. Let's grab Claude here. HBAR's market cap at $20 per coin. Definitely, like, $20 is a lot. I think my very bullish price target for HBAR this year is $1. Like, if we're really on it, $1 is very high. Okay, so with HBAR's circulating supply of roughly 38 billion coins, if we go to $20, that's a $764 billion market cap. That's high. That's pretty high. Now, this comment is kind of weird. Like, Rector says circulating supply. The circulating supply is completely irrelevant. Like, it doesn't realistically matter. The market cap is the only thing that matters. If it's at 4 billion, if you think HBAR can be a $100 billion cryptocurrency, that's your math. You don't base the math based on the current circulating supply. Like, that's 2022 talk. Like, I thought in 2022, we decided that we wouldn't look at the price of a coin and be like, oh, it can't get to $1 as easy as these other cryptocurrencies, so I shouldn't buy it. We're not in the Shiba Inu era anymore. Like, we're past that. We're at the fundamentals, and the big banks are buying, and the institutions are here. Like, retail, in my opinion, we are not going to be the big players moving forward. We haven't been the big players since 2021. In 21, we did have a big impact in the crypto market. But since then, we haven't showed up. In fact, if you wanted something that is startling, a statistic, this is recent that came out. OpenAI raised a single round. I think it was 4 companies that invested. It was like an infrastructure round. It was $110 billion. Okay, one round. Since 22, the crypto space has raised somewhere around $91 billion. That means one round in AI has surpassed the entirety of the crypto industry since 22. So, like, we are in a tiny industry, a tiny little industry. You can't base the current market cap and be like, oh, there's not much growth left for these cryptocurrencies, because gold is a $37 trillion asset. Like, Bitcoin's only worth 1.3. If it 20x, it still wouldn't be as large as gold is right now. So from my POV, I tell anybody that says, oh, but HBAR can't hit $1, XRP can't hit $10, they should just suck it a little bit, you know, like get out of here. It doesn't make any sense. I've been seeing the top bulls on gold, the gold bulls go like, oh yeah, gold's gonna go higher and higher and higher. What's next? A $70 trillion market cap for gold? And HBAR can't hit $100 billion? Yeah, right. Okay. The only thing stopping these currencies from going crazy, well, HBAR at 10,000 is a little, okay, that's a little crazy, you know, like, okay, now we're getting into uncharted territory. We would have to lose the US dollar to make that happen. Like the US dollar would have to be worthless. It's just not going to happen. I'm happy to say things that will make people unhappy if I think it will help them. Honestly, I'm not here to just farm views. If I was here to farm views, I'd be making videos about XRP and HBAR hitting $10,000 a coin every day. I mean, if my goal was to grow this channel as fast as possible, that's what I would do. But it's not realistic. It's just not realistic. And the people that are pushing this domino theory and all that, I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it one bit. It's just teaching people things that are just not going to happen. It's selling a fantasy. That's what it is. It's selling a fantasy for people that don't have a lot of money in cryptocurrency right now. You know, like I have 6-figure bags in both XRP and HBAR, you know, both of these guys. It's wishful thinking. You know, I would like it to happen, but and listen, if it does happen, I don't even know if I'll be making YouTube videos because I'm going to have a lot of private jets. So maybe I'll make YouTube videos about the private jets. I'll do like private jet reviews and yacht reviews. We'll do yacht reviews as well. Maybe we'll do like fighter jet reviews at that point too. Maybe we'll just buy an island. No. Well, we got to calm down with the island stuff. Really got to calm down with the island stuff. Just $1? Yeah, that's a 10x return in a year. I think that's pretty good, personally. If you have $100,000, like let's say theoretically, you'd have $1 million by the end of the year. That is a really, really good return. And that's optimistic. Listen, I don't know if it's going to happen this year. I'm not going to pretend that the crypto market is going to go do some insanity this year, but a recovery to like 20, 30 cents and then a push up in 27 would make a lot of sense. It'd make a lot of sense. But, you know, any price target that I give you is just, it's fantasy numbers. I don't know what the price of the coin is going to be at the end of the year. I just have an idea of the trajectory, like where it might go. We'll do battleship reviews. Yeah, I agree. I like that. Battleship reviews. we gotta do the battleship reviews. When's the battleship review coming, Classy? This guy doesn't understand. I need to project what I'm gonna be purchasing in the future. And then I've been seeing misinformation everywhere. Like, for example, Grant Cardone posted a video of Iran attacks civilian targets, and it's like a video of the Burj Khalifa on fire. Now, I don't know if it's because the average person on X is 60 years old and can't tell the difference, or they hire someone to run their accounts. But X has so much misinformation with AI garbage. I have trained myself to understand the AI stuff. Like, if I see an AI picture or an AI video, I immediately know. Like, it's just like, I'm trained because I've spent a lot of hours playing with AI. So I understand how it looks, the trends to look for. And there's so much AI misinformation. So much misinformation. And one interesting, I thought we were in a bear market. Yeah, I don't know if we're in a bear market. It's weird. We're in a retail bear market for sure. Obviously, you know, we've been in a retail bear market for a long time. And I don't expect retail to come back this year. I'm going to be honest. Like, I don't expect retail to come back this year. But institutions are definitely buying. It all really ties down to the Clarity Act. I feel like the banks, even JP Morgan, on my latest video, I dug into it. JP Morgan's predicting the Clarity Act is going to be a big deal this year. It's going to be a big deal this year. Yeah, and the SEC case finally ended, so these institutions have had time to get into the crypto space. They've had a year. The Genius Act blew up stablecoins. Stablecoins are up 50% this year. There's a lot of good things happening in the crypto space. We just need clarity. We need clarity so it shifts the narrative. If we don't get clarity, then the price predictions aren't going to amount to anything. They're just fugazi. They're just garbage numbers that mean nothing. So it just depends. I mean, I don't know. I would be very happy with a 20, 30 cent HBAR because my average price is really low. It's 4 or 5 cents. So anything that happens below that, I'm very happy. Very, very happy. But we shall see. We shall see. I just think the bears are too bearish because we've already had a big drop. And the drop is not as aggressive as it used to be. This is just very sexy. It's very beautiful little chart that we've got going on here. I did have a presentation I wanted to present I don't really know if I want to present it though. Let's do a quick skim on this. The weekend wiped out a bunch of liquidations. I mean, we had a big bounce. Crypto's outperforming stocks, which is true. Gold is dumping right now. Let me look at the price of gold. Yeah, it dumped. It lost all of its gains. Where it's like 5,300. It's still really strong though. Gold is really, really, really strong right now. Very strong asset. I would not be bearish on gold at all. I think Bitcoin as a beta to gold's gains, it makes sense. You know, the catch-up trade is definitely in play right now. I mean, yeah, XRP survived the little war weekend. Like, it's what are you supposed to say other than the price is looking very good right now because we had war and we came back stronger than ever. What are the odds of... So the Iranian regime falling by June 30th is at 35%. And by December 31st, it's at 47%. So the conflict might drag out. US-Iran ceasefire has a 76% chance by June 30th. Interesting. And 54% chance by March 31st. So pretty high. That's pretty high. And hopefully the conflict ends, right? And we get a good resolution. US-Israel strikes on... Okay. All right. Yeah, we're just waiting to see when that conflict ends. But the price is pretty good right now. It goes vroom, 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 vroom. $1.40. I think we'll have this port at 20K probably by the end of the month. If the market keeps doing what it's doing right now, we're definitely going to be over 20K by the end of the month. Something very interesting for you guys. So I have a 1,000 XRP giveaway going on this exchange, and it's going to end on the 9th of March. There aren't that many entries. Like, a lot of people signed up, but they forgot that they have to, like, trade. They forgot they have to trade on the exchange to get in. A lot of people are just going to win 250 XRP because they decided to take the time to trade. Like, literally. This is very interesting to find that. Not a lot of people are trading into this market. The people that have traded, though, I've seen it. They're making dough right now. So I'll have to see what comes from that. But yeah, my friends, just wanted to do a quick update here. I'm literally about to go to the gym. Thank you so much for joining me. We had our little session. I'm trying to do this every day. We'll see. Till next time, stay classy, and I'll see you all on the next one.